Hey, so this is Airik Crawford. I'm a media producer. I call myself an artist with a camera. I see myself just being in that light, you know, and thriving there, you know. I wanted to be colossal. I wanted to be global with it, you feel me? Like, I wanted to be up there with the better directors, the best directors. I help bring your vision to life. Hey, so this is Airik Crawford. I'm a media producer, but really I call myself an artist with a camera. I was born on the west side of Chicago. One of my grandmothers stayed on Gladys and Costner. My other grandmother, she stayed on Lockwood and Laramie. Eventually, I ended up moving to Maywood. So growing up in them type of environments, you know, it could be detrimental to, you know, a young person's life. You know, the different type of things that's around us, the different things that we can get into, you know, growing up in them environments. But my mother, you know, I love her, man. She made it her duty to send us to the best possible schools that she could send us to. So I remember going to school up north. She was really going out her way because it wasn't even like towards her job. And a lot of times she'd be late just going to work just to get us to school, me and my little sister, because she really valued education. And then, you know, eventually I ended up going to Providence St. Mel on the west side of Chicago in Garfield Park. And it was there where I had been introduced into the cameras. So I've been doing video for like the last 8 years, I would say. But really I got started when I was in high school, just dealing with, you know, cameras in general. One of my teachers, she basically created a whole new class for me. So I had already taken all the art classes that was available at the school at the time. So he went to the principal and she went to the dean and she was like, you know, I need him in one of my art classes. So she created a digital photography class just for me. I was the only person in the class, like I was special ed or something. You feel me? But real talk, it was just really me just wanting to continue to pursue art and creativity. All right, so I ended up going to Knox College in 2012, and that's when I studied studio art. And you know, there I studied like art design, art history, painting, drawing. You know, I've always been a creative as a kid. I always say one thing that sparked my interest in creativity is my pops. My pops was way more creative, you know. My mom, she cared about education, but my pops was the real creative. Like, even to this day, he know how to build stuff just with his hands. And so that's where I get my creative side from. And I remember one day he drew a 3D box. This was when I was real little. And I was just so intrigued by how he did. I'm like, how you make this look 3D? Like, it look like it's coming off the page, Pops. And he just, and then I just emulated what he was doing. How storytelling plays a role in videos is everything has a story. There's a beginning, a middle, or an end to everything. So it could be like the most simplest thing. It could be a vlog, but there's a story that happens that day. You feel me? I'm really building the story in the edit, you know. But there's a story there. That's why people like Snapchat, because it's like reality TV. You feel me? So that's one reason why I do the type of style of content that I do for people. All right, so like one thing that I think sets my work apart from other videographers in Chicago is it's the level of detail. It's the level of precision. I always tell myself, like, I done seen every type of shot almost. And it's like muscle memory. It's like almost ingrained in my brain. Like, I know what I'm looking at. I know the rule of thirds. I know where this should go and I know where this should be. So it's like, even with that, there's still a level of precision that goes into that in detail.
Like on some funny shit, just for the hook part, like they ain't gonna go try to get in that bitch, so I'm gonna do shit and stuff.
I want to say I matched the energy of the people.
Okay.
The vibe of the people that I'm around.
Okay.
Because, you know, I don't just shoot videos for music artists. Sometimes I might be doing a commercial video shoot. Sometimes I might be shooting some, you know, at a nightclub, you feel me? Sometimes I might be shooting some on stage. I'll match the vibe and the energy of the room and the spaces that I put myself in, and I make those videos match that vibe, and then people gravitate towards that. I help bring your vision to life. I think that everything that we do is kind of commercial, you feel me? It's like, can you describe or show me a day where you ain't did something commercial? Because commercial is just commerce, you feel me? It's, everything we do is commerce, you feel me? And we live in a business, and so it's like, it's damn near hard to separate art and business, because especially when you're doing it professionally, like if you're just doing it all willy-nilly, you want, you know, just for fun, you want to make music for fun or shoot videos just for fun, that's great. And I did it for fun for a while, but we here now. We here now. So everything is commerce at this point. But how do I balance it? You just be yourself, you know, because that's what people gravitate to. People gravitate to you being who you are, you know? And that's gonna separate you from everybody else, because you just being the only person that you can be is you. I think some of the more successful things that I've done in the past is I was able to work on projects, you know, with Under Armour over there at UA Next, and be a part of that whole group of people that, you know, put those productions together. Being able to get to see how productions and events are ran, and in that capacity, with those type of budgets and with those type of stakes on the line, for real. And that was one of the more successful things that I was able to do. And that came about because I was just being myself and being creative. The person who was over those events randomly kind of just hit me up on YouTube, seen a video on YouTube, and I was like, who is this? Bro, who is you, G? Like, and so he was like, yeah, well, I want to use your song. I'm like, really? You know, and so they had a Twitch show going on at the time, and he wanted to use one of my songs, and I was like, yeah, you can use a song, whatever, but let me go downtown and let me check out the office. And I was able to go down there, I was able to look around, you know, check out the office, and this was my introduction to corporate spaces.
Can't breathe.
So like music has always been a part of my life. I remember my dad used to be playing Isley Brothers. He used to be playing like Diana Ross. He used to be playing like what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? He used to be playing just all types of music my pops used to play. And then my mom, she used to play the gospel music, the Yolanda Adams, the Mary Mary. So it was just like, music has always been a highlight and a big part of my life. My mom, she used to play in a band at UAPB. So, you know, I think music was just a part of me. You know, it's always been a part of me. And working with artists is something that kind of came about because I felt that there was a need to showcase and document the artists that I was around. You know, a lot of these artists was my friends, my homies. So that's kind of where I started, you know, documenting videos. Is I'm just documenting the guys that's around me. You know, I remember jumping off the porch. Let me not say that. You know, when I first picked up the camera, the first thing I shot was one of my homies. God bless his soul, but he passed away. And one of the first things I shot was him. And he was rapping. He was cold at freestyling, you feel me? So I shot a couple little quick videos for him. And that's when he was like, bro, you got it. He was like, I need you to be my cameraman. He tried to like get me. I'm like, bro, no. Like, cause I kind of like, when I picked up the camera, I always knew where I wanted to go with it, you know? I wanted to be colossal. I wanted to be global with it, you feel me? Like, I wanted to be up there with, you know, the better directors, the best directors. Benny Boom, I wanted to be up there with Hype Williams, you feel me? Director X. Like, I wanted to be up there with all of them. And that's what I knew that when I picked up that camera, bro. So in the future, I just see myself going global, colossal, you feel me? I see myself, you know, producing movies, shows. I see myself producing animated series, and I got one that's gonna cook up, you know, real soon. Being on sets, working with some of my favorite artists, you know, of all time, you know, preferably. I see myself just being in that light, you know, and thriving there, you know. I see myself just going global, being colossal, because this is it. And ain't no more going back to the old way of doing things. It's like, we here now. It's a new time, it's a new paradigm. You know, I just see myself just really cemented in this game and in this city. And, you know, we want to talk about legacy, and we want to be able to lead that for our kids and our kids' kids, you know? So that's what I want to do. This is what we doing with Airik Entertainment.